Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you another game review for my PlayStation 4, and this game is the new indie game that has just come out this week at a very cheap price. Only cost me £14.99, something like that. If you're a PlayStation Plus member you get it a little bit cheaper. I think full price is about £18, and it's a game called American Fugitive. Now, hands up those of you out there who remember playing the original Grand Theft Auto games, the top-down isometric type view. They were immense fun, chaotic violence, fun, mayhem, driving, explosions, crime, and guess what? We have a worthy contender here for, I think, one of the most fun games that you're going to play for this price. American Fugitive focuses on a character who, and to be honest here, the story is kind of secondary to the game, but I shall tell you a little bit about the story. You play a character who at the beginning of the game is jailed for the is falsely imprisoned for killing his father at the beginning of the game. He's been set up, and he escapes from prison very early on, and he returns to his hometown wanted by the law with only a couple of friends who are willing to help him track down who has framed him for the murder of his father. So you go through the game, doing missions for certain contacts, certain characters that you meet in the game. Pretty bog standard type of stuff in regards to the story, and as you do these missions you progress through the story. Now the story is fairly simple, however the missions that you might do to get you to where you need to go, and I haven't completed this game yet, but I've had a number of hours in this game and found it to be chaotic fun, and I just wanted to get it out there and talk to you guys about this game, because I don't want it to go under the radar, because not many people are talking about this game. So yeah, the story isn't overly important, but some of the missions that progress you through the story are actually quite a lot of fun, and they're quite varied. It might be a case of go here, steal this car, go here, steal this, bring it back, crush this car, go and rob this place, go and injure this person, go and do this, go and do that, and they are varied enough and keep you entertained in the game. But in between the missions, this is a sandbox game, it's an open world game, nothing like the size in regards to what you would expect, in like traditional Grand Theft Auto games. Maybe the original ones, it would be comparable in size. But this map is jam-packed full of things to do and places to go. You've got shops you can visit where you can buy clothes, new clothes to wear, you can buy weapons, you can buy food, medicines, a whole array of things that you can buy in this game. You can buy new vehicles, even though you can steal any vehicle in the game if you've got the right skills. This game gives you an opportunity to level up in the game as you would traditionally in games, so you can increase your inventory size, your health, and other skill areas in the game to make you a better thief. And the cool thing about this game as well is, like I say, you can go anywhere, do anything. Early on in the game there are sections of the map that are locked off, but as you progress through the story they become unlockable, and you open up the whole map, and the whole place is your playground, sandbox game where you can sneak around the map, rob anywhere that you go, whether it's someone's house, you can sneak a peek in the window, and it's got a really cool mechanic in regards to robbing places or searching places. If you peek in the window you can check if that room is occupied by anybody. If it isn't, sneak in, have a little search, and it tells you if there's any goodies there that you can take. If there is somebody in there and they confront you, you've got one of two options, and it depends on what skill level you're at. You can intimidate them, you can shoot them, you can rob them, charm your way out of the situation. I mean, really, for a game this cheap, and for a game that's come out of nowhere, the mechanics that it has in this game actually beg a belief quite a lot. It really surprised me what you can do. It really is a playground of fun, this game. You can literally drive around, do anything. The driving mechanics are smooth, even though they're quite hard to get used to initially. But for those of you out there who have played the original GTAs, you'll feel right at home fairly quickly. Another thing that really took me by surprise with this game was the graphics. As you can see there, they're kind of like cartoony, shell shaded type graphics, but they really surprised me, these graphics. I had seen a couple of clips of this game before it was released, and it looked very interesting to me, and when I saw the price I was super interested. But I didn't expect such a polished game for the price that I paid for this game. I'll be absolutely honest, this is the most fun I've had in a game for a long time. You can just put it on for a couple of hours, completely chill, have an absolute blast. There's no real consequences when you die. You just kind of, respawn back at your one of your, contact bases, sort of thing. So you can just absolutely have a riot in this game. Go around, cause chaos, rob cars, rob people, blow things up. The police come after you, as very similar to Grand Theft Auto. There's like a wanted system at the bottom, like star ratings, and depending on the level of crimes that you do, and this game is actually quite sensitive. I mean, you could just be driving along the road and scrape another car, and if they can report that immediately, and the police will be on you. However, depending on how many stars you have will depend on how aggressive they are in chasing you down. There are some instances where you can get away from the cops quite easily, and there are others where they're on you like flies around you know what, and you just can't get away from them. So the level of difficulty with it is just right. Sometimes you can get away from just very easily, and other times you've not a chance. They're all over you, and it's a lot of fun. The shooting mechanics are a bit like the fit top down, like shoulder button shooters, that you can get. And I can't think of any examples because I don't tend to play them. And essentially the right trigger aims, right 2 fires your weapon, and the left stick moves you around. So it takes a little bit of getting used to the shooting, but once you get a hang of it, it is a lot of fun and very satisfying. There's a whole array of weapons in the game, so that you can really, there is so much to do in this game for this price. I would have happily paid double for this game. It is wonderful. It's made with a lot of affection, a lot of care, a lot of attention, and yeah, it's fairly basic in some areas. In regards to the mission structures, aren't particularly complex. It's only really a case of go here, do this, do that, but they're varied enough to keep you interested. But the real fun of this game is the in-between missions, the sandbox element of the game, the playground element of this map, where you can just drive anywhere, go anywhere, do what you want, and yeah, it's a real surprise. This game, I'd not heard of it until it was a couple of days before it was released, but it's one that I think I can quite happily suggest that you pick up, certainly for this price. It is an absolute steal. It really is. I can't think of a game I've had more fun with for this cheaper price. I really can't. So yeah, especially if you're a fan of GTA and retro gaming especially, there's huge amounts of fun to be had here. It's a wonderfully designed game, made with a lot of care and attention, and it's one that I do recommend you giving a go if this is your sort of game. So it is out now on PlayStation. It is, like I say, in the UK I paid £14.99, maybe 89 or something, and there was a reduction on that with me being a PlayStation Plus member, so you'll get a reduction on that if you're a PlayStation Plus member. If not, it's about £18 full price, and I still think that's an absolute steal for what you get in here. I have seen AAA titles where you pay £50-60 for, not half as fun as this game. So I do applaud the developers here. They've delivered a hugely entertaining game, and a lot of people, game developers out there now, forget the very core of gamers and gaming need to make it fun, and not worry and get so bogged down on, you know, trying to milk us for every penny they can get out of us. They've delivered a hugely entertaining game here. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It's far more polished than you will imagine for the price that you get, and I promise you, you will have a huge amount of fun with this game. It is very, very entertaining. So yeah, make sure you check out American Fugitive. It's out now, certainly in the UK, and it is one that I would suggest that you pick up. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and of course I will see you next time on Screen Stars.